guys, so today I'm gonna be trying to attempt this eye look. It is a city and Santa Claus and it's reindeer flying over it. This makeup is, I found it on Instagram. It's from Quartz Makeup and I'm gonna be trying to do it on my eyes. Hopefully it comes out. Not sure, I'm gonna try. I am gonna change up the colors a little, just to make it a little bit more give it my touch. I'm gonna be using reds because it's Christmas Eve, so you can tell my little bells. So yeah, let's get started.
So first I'm gonna be starting with my Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade to do my eyebrows. Like always, I like starting with the bottom line first and then going on to the top and then just filling in the inside. Once both of my eyebrows are done, I just take my LA Concealer Pro Concealer and I start carving out my brows just to fix any mistakes that we did. Now that we're done carving out our eyebrows, I like taking that same concealer down to my eyelid and just buffing it out with a big fluffy brush just to create a nice base so when we apply the eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the James Charles plus Morphe palette and I'm going to be taking the color Flashback and just applying that all over my eyelid just to set that concealer that we just applied. The second shade that we're going to be using is called B. It's a really bright yellow shade and I'm going to be applying that all over my eye. Now I'm going to be taking the shade Rusted. It's a more orange-y shade. I'm going to be taking that on the crease just so we can start building that sunset look that we can see in the picture. a little orangish and yellowish. Now with a more dense brush, I'm going to be taking the color You're Kidding and just packing that color on my eyelid. And with a more fluffier brush, just blending in the color Rusted and You're Kidding together. I'm gonna grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and take the shade Love Letter and also blend it with the color You're Kidding and the Rusted. Now I also took the color from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, Red Ochre, and just applied it because I wanted to deepen up that red shade. I want it to look more burgundy. Since we are looking a little bit cray cray right now with all that fallout, I'm going to be taking my concealer and just wiping everything that fell under my eye and just cleaning it up so we don't look too crazy. I like doing the concealer under the eyeshadow just to make it a little bit more sharper and it doesn't look so messy. Now I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. eyeliner in the shade Jet Black and I'm just going to draw a regular eyeliner wing as my base of my city. I am going to be taking a little bit of concealer just to fix any mistakes that I did, and so my eyeliner looks nice and sharp. With that same eyeliner, I'm going to be drawing different shaped rectangles on top of that winged liner that I just did to create the buildings of the city. Now I'm going to be taking my white eyeliner from NYX and just drawing little stars right on top where the yellow and orange mix together. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Now this is the hard part. I'm going to draw the bottom of the sled of where Santa is. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to be drawing a line across my eye. That line are the ropes that connect the reindeer and the sled. For the reindeer, I draw a little oval right in the middle where I drew that line, which is going to be the body. And then I draw two little X's for the legs. I draw its little head. And I just do a bunch of little strokes to do the antlers. Now I'm going to start drawing the body of Santa Claus, or the shadow. Unfortunately, I made the reindeer too big, so I'm only going to be able to fit 2 reindeer instead of the 3 like in the picture. Now I'm going to be taking my 2 shades in foundation and mixing them together. The sponge I'm using today is from Elf. I barely bought it and it's really good. It's really soft and it blended my foundation really good. Now once I'm done with my foundation, I'm going to be applying my concealer under my eyes to cover those eye bags. I'm going to be applying it on the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and on my forehead, just to highlight those areas a little more. Now I'm going to be taking my air spun loose translucent powder to bake under my eyes, on my forehead, and on my chin. The way I like to apply my baking powder is on a wet beauty blender and just applying it to set everywhere where we concealed. The reason I don't powder my nose or don't set my nose is because my nose is really dry and I don't like my nose to dry throughout the day and crack and just look ugly. That's why I just set around my smile lines, under my eyes, my chin, and a little bit of my forehead. I also set on my neck since I put foundation on my neck, so when you go up and hug somebody or whatever the case is, your foundation doesn't stick on their clothing, especially if it's white. After a few minutes have passed, I just like taking a big fluffy brush and just buffing all of that powder away. Now I'm gonna start contouring with my Kat Von D highlighting and contouring palette. I'm using that middle shade. I like squeezing in my cheeks just to see where the cheekbones are and just defining them a little bit more. Now I'm going to be taking my Milani blush. Unfortunately, it broke. It's all cracked. But I'm just going to be applying those on the apples of my cheeks and just blending it in with my contour. After I am doing my blush and contour, I like taking the same sponge I used to set my under eye concealer and draw a line under my contour just to clean up the contour a little bit more. I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero collaboration, and I'm pretty much going to take every shade of highlight in that palette and apply it onto my face. We're extra, so we're not just going to use one shade. And I like to apply my highlight right on top of my cheekbones, and make sure when you apply your highlight to blend it well with your contour and blush, just so it doesn't look like a strip of highlight on your face. Make sure to just blend it in so it looks nice and pretty and glowy. Now I'm going to be taking the same shade we used on your eyes, which is called You're Kidding, and I'm going to be taking a really squared flat brush and just applying a little bit on my lower lash line. Now with a more fluffy brush, once we're done applying, I'm gonna buff it out just so it doesn't look so harsh and it looks more spread out and more smoky. Now I'm gonna be putting on some eyelashes. The eyelashes I use are from Kiss. They are called Flirty. And I'm just going to take a really detailed brush and some of the same concealer and draw little dots on our buildings to give it that effect of windows and a little bit of more light into our eyeshadow. Now I'm going to be taking a red lipstick and just applying it on my lips. Well, anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. This is how the look turned out. I hope you guys enjoy it. Bye!